Hi everybody, welcome to engVid.com. I'm Adam. Today's video is actually very important for those of you who are going to especially live in English-speaking countries, but even if you're just going to travel a little bit and you're going to go to tourist areas and you're going to go to restaurants, what I'm going to tell you today are things that you need to know before you go to a restaurant so you'll have a much more pleasant experience. Now, more specifically, I'm going to look at certain questions that the wait staff, the waiter, waitress, server, whatever you want to call them, may ask you. And you should have a good idea of the questions that will come, because if you're very slow to answer, or if you have to ask them, what does that mean? What does that mean? Some of these wait staff will be a little bit impatient. You have to remember, they're very busy people. They're running around tables, kitchen, back and forth, getting food. It's a very high-stress job. You don't want to add to the stress. You want to be polite and patient. You want them to be polite and patient. So it's a two-way street. So knowing some of the things that they will ask you and how to answer those questions will be very useful and will make it a much more pleasant experience for you. Okay? So we're going to look at some questions. We're going to start with questions they might ask you about your food order, okay? The most common question they will ask you is, how would you like your, or how would you like it, if you already mentioned something? How would you like your steak? Or how would you like your eggs done? Or how would you like your steak done? There are different ways to cook different things, and you should understand the way that you want it cooked, right? So I'm going to just give you a few examples. Obviously, there are different restaurants, different menus, all kinds of different things you can order, but these are some of the basics. If you order a steak or other types of meat, like red meat, they will ask you, how would you like it done? How would you like your steak cooked, for example? Or how would you like your steak? You can have a steak rare, means cooked very little bit. It's brown on the outside, very red on the inside. Almost not cooked at all. Some people like it that way. Medium means it's brown on the outside, cooked a little bit through, and in the center, it's pink, reddish pink. You can say rare, you can say medium rare if you want somewhere between here. And then there's well done. Well done means it's cooked all the way through the steak. No red, no pink, all brown, okay? And you can go in the middle, you can say medium well. So a little bit more than medium, a little bit less than well done. Now keep in mind that in more fancy restaurants, if you order a steak well done, the chef might not be happy with you, because steaks shouldn't be eaten well done. But that's a little tip. You order what you like, but make sure you get the right order. If you say to them, well done, and they bring you a steak that's hard and a little bit dry and it's cooked all the way through, that's what you ordered. If you wanted it a little bit pink, you have to say medium. So it's very important to understand these words so you get the order you want. Now, if you want eggs, and I've seen a lot of people have some trouble with eggs for some reason. You can have fried egg, means just open it onto a grill or onto a pan with a little bit of oil, sizzle, 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 and take it off. Scrambled means they just mix it up. It's like you can blend cheese and stuff and all of that in it, and it's just like a pile of eggs. Or you can have it poached, where it's cooked in water, in boiling water, or almost boiling water. And then when you open it, all the yellow, the yolk, actually that's a good word to know. The yolk is the yellow part, and then you have the white part. So a poached egg will look like a little white ball, and then when you cut it, all the yellow spills out nice and thick and tasty. Or you can have it hard boiled, and then you crack open the shell, take off the shell, and eat it like that. You can also have soft boiled. Soft boiled means it's almost hard boiled, it's halfway. So you can take the top of the shell off and spoon it out or do whatever you like with it. Now, if you ordered fried eggs, they will ask you, how would you like your eggs? Or how would you like your eggs done? So what they're meaning is, do you want it just plain on the pan, which is sunny side up? So the yellow part is up. Or over easy? Do you want them to flip it over? Now you can have over easy, over medium, over well. Over easy means they flip it over and take it off the pan. Over medium, they flip it over, wait 10, 20 seconds and take it off the pan. Over well, they flip it over and let everything cook, including the yolk, and then take it off the pan. So very important to know how you want your eggs done, right? And again, the faster you understand the question and the faster you answer the question, the better relationship you will have with your waiter or waitress. Now, if you order bacon, they might ask you, how would you like your bacon? Crispy, like it's crunchy when you chew it, or chewy, like you have to, a little bit more rubbery, like you have to chew it a little bit more, right? It doesn't break. Crispy, if you go like this to the bacon, it will break. Chewy, it will just bend, right? I personally like chewy. It's much tastier. Salad dressing. How would you like your salad dressing? Do you want it mixed in? Sometimes they might use the word tossed in. Like a salad is tossed. Like when they mix the salad, they say tossing. Do you want it tossed in? Or do you want it mixed in? Or do you want it on the side? So you can put as much as you want by yourself. So make sure you know what you want. Now, on the side is a very useful expression for many things. If you want anything that comes with a sauce, if you want the sauce on the side separately, you can ask for it on the side, or anything else that comes with the dish. Now, if you order something that comes with a potato side dish, so let's talk about side dish. So for many meat dishes, they come with a potato as a side. So how would you like your potato? French fried, basically means French fries. Mashed, like they mash it, it's like a little bit creamy. Or baked, means it's whole, and they cut it open. You can put some butter and sour cream inside and eat it like that with a spoon. So these are the different ways to have the basics. Now again, all kinds of restaurants, all kinds of dishes, each one will have their specific questions. But for example, if you go to a Thai restaurant, all the dishes are pretty much set. You don't really have that many options. If you go to an Italian restaurant and you order a pasta, it's pretty much a set pasta, right? So there's not too many options. These items will always come with options. Make sure you're prepared for this particular question, how you want this particular dish done for you, okay? We're going to look at some more questions that will help you out a lot in a restaurant. Okay, so now you're going to have some options about your food. Depends on the place, again, how many options you're going to get, but some of the basic ones. They're going to ask you if your meal comes with bread. Let's say you're going to a breakfast restaurant and you're ordering eggs and potatoes and bacon, etc., and it comes with toast or with bread of your choice. So if you ordered like a bagel or bread, whatever bread, they're going to ask you, first of all, what type of bread, like plain bread, white bread, rye bread, etc. And then they're going to ask you, do you want it toasted, buttered, or plain, right? Do you want the bread toasted or not toasted? Do you want butter on the bread or no butter? Or do you want it just plain, just a piece of bread with nothing, not toasted, okay? If you order anything with chicken, especially barbecue chicken, they're going to ask you if you want white or dark meat. So white meat is the chicken breast. Dark meat is the chicken thigh and leg, I guess you could say, the drumstick and the thigh. So make sure you understand what kind of meat you're getting. White meat, the breast, is a bit drier, but healthier. The dark meat is a little fattier, but tastier. So make sure you know which one you want. Now, when it comes to drinks, there are also questions involved with drinks. If you order a beer, they will ask you, do you want tap or bottled? In some places, they'll ask you, do you want draft or bottled? Tap and draft, same thing, means they're pouring it from the big keg and it's a bit more fresh. Bottled means in the bottle. They will ask you the size you want. Do you want a pint or half pint? Or if you're in a group of people, they may suggest to you to get a pitcher, which is a bigger thing that you can share with all your friends. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the beer vocab here, but if you want to learn more about beer, I actually made a lesson about that. There's a video lesson right here on engVid. Just there's a link actually in the box below. You can follow it and watch my beer lesson. It's actually kind of interesting. And then water. They may, again, this is a little bit more fancier restaurants, but in a lot of places where they sell you the water, they will ask you, do you want still or sparkling? Still water means plain water, like spring water maybe. Sparkling means with bubbles, like soda. So speaking of pop and soda, it's actually important to know the difference because in the US, soda means like a sugary, bubbly drink, like Coke, Sprite, etc. In Canada, pop is a sugary drink, Coke, Sprite, soda. In Canada, a soda is basically, it's called club soda. It's just water with bubbles. No taste, no sugar, nothing inside of it, right? So very important to know which one you're ordering. Sparkling and soda in Canada mean the same thing. Okay, so be careful about that depending where you're going to be ordering. So basically, this is what you need to know about the food and drinks. But there are going to be a few more questions that they may ask you that you might need to be prepared for. Let's look at those. Okay, so now we're going to look at a few more questions that might come up. You also have to keep in mind that these are just some suggestions that I'm giving you. They could ask you other questions. They could ask you all of these questions in different ways. But as long as you are prepared for what might come, you might be ready for any questions that do in fact come. So here are a few more. Would you like your salad appetizer first? So generally speaking, the salad or the appetizer does come first, but not always. Sometimes they bring everything together. If they ask you for an ordered meal, just say yes or no. The other question might be, would you like me to bring everything out at once or to bring everything out all together? So do you want your appetizer, salad, and main dish at one time? Or do you want, in steps? So they might ask you that. They might ask you, when you're finished ordering, will that be all? Means, are you finished ordering or do you want to order something else? Or very simple, anything else? If no, they will go place the order. When you're finished your meal, the waitress or waiter will come by and say, any dessert today? Or do you want any dessert? Would you like to order dessert, etc.? And then some wait staff, some servers, technically they all should do this, but no, they don't all do it, but some of them will do it. They'll say, okay, I'll just read back your order. So they want to make sure that they got everything correctly, so they will repeat the order before they go to the kitchen to give it to them. Okay, so these are some questions you might know. Now, as you get better and better with English, and as you get more and more comfortable speaking to native speakers, you can just go ahead and tell them what you want instead of waiting for them to ask. So you can say, I'll have the steak medium, please, or I'll have the egg sunny side up. I'll have the butter, the bread toasted and buttered, but I'll have the potatoes on the side, please, or anything like that. Whatever you want, you can order it right away. The waiter or waitress has fewer questions for you, right? So the more you know, the better prepared you are. The better your experience all around will be, okay? Make sure you brush up on your restaurant and food vocabulary as well. That will be very helpful to you. So if you have any questions about any of these questions or any of these topics, please go to engVid.com and you can ask me in the comment section. There's also a short quiz there that you can take to practice some of these new expressions and vocabulary. And that's it. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come back next time for more useful tips on ordering food in North American restaurants or anywhere else for that matter. Okay? See you then. Bye-bye. So in the States, they say pop. Oh, sorry. Okay.